The year 1954 was hotter than normal in Tokyo, but at Haneda Airport, it was business as usual. That is, of course, until one unknown date when a routine European inbound plane dropped off its passengers. As the crowd made its way through customs, a neatly dressed, middle-aged Caucasian man stepped up for the regular immigration clearance process. At first, officials asked the man his purpose of visiting Japan. The man replied this was just a normal business trip, one of 3 so far this year to Japan. His primary language was French, yet he spoke Japanese and several other languages. In his wallet was a variety of currencies from various European countries, as if to verify his frequent flyer tendencies. When they asked him for his country of origin, things became strange. He casually stated that he was from Taured, on the border between France and Spain. The officials told him that Taured didn't exist, but he presented them with his passport, issued by the non-existent country of Taured, which also showed visa stamps validating his previous business travels to Japan and other countries. As they tried to locate information on Taured, the traveler started to become angry. He stated this was his 3rd trip this year to Japan for his company and that he'd been making such trips for the past 5 years. When officials called the company he said he was having a meeting with, they had never heard of him or his company ever before that moment. The hotel he had reserved a room at had no reservation for such a person, and the bank listed on his checkbook appeared not to exist. On the contrary, he could speak Japanese well, among other languages, which was seemingly further proof of his previous contact with Japan. He spoke French natively and was genuinely shocked that he could not find his country on a world map presented to him. He stated that his country was located where the map showed the Principality of Andorra, along with parts of France and Spain, and that Taured had existed for almost 1,000 years, so it should have been on the map. Not surprisingly, he soon demanded to talk to government officials to clear the matter up. Since he couldn't be detained in the airport's room forever, the airport authorities arranged for a room for the man at a nearby hotel that he could wait at while the matter was being investigated. 2 immigration officials were set to guard the room. The unknown traveler was not to leave until authorities had made a decision on the whole problem. He was served dinner in his room and soon went to sleep. It had been a long, perplexing day for him after all. Though the door to the room was guarded all night, the strange man was gone when they checked in the morning. The hotel room was several stories up and contained no openable windows. The traveler was gone, never to be heard from again. And to make matters worse, all of his personal documents, including his passport and driver's license issued by the mystery country, vanished from the airport security room, even though it was the officers who held the documents. Police and airport officials searched in vain for the mysterious man. It was as if the whole encounter had never actually happened. There are many explanations, theories, and answers to this mystery people have created over time, but one of the most remarkable explanations for this incident would be that the Taured man had somehow accidentally crossed a parallel dimension and eventually arrived at Haneda Airport. It had been suggested that, on the basis of this explanation, there is a parallel Earth that would look like ours, with the exception that the site called Andorra here is known as Taured. Another known suggestion for explanation is that the man was a time traveler from the future. This interpretation is probably more problematic than the first one, which assumes that the man would be an interdimensional traveler.